Keepers of light, the stewards of the wilds, the guardians of the dead. Some manipulate mortals, create catastrophes, send monsters to terrorize the land. Such are the whims of the gods. And I am he, the greatest of these. Yet something ominous gnaws at the edges of my world. Akros is home to fierce warriors, yet they struggle against hordes of minotaurs. In Meletus, the city of philosophers, oracles foresee disaster. And Satessa, a haven in the wilds, is terrorized by monsters like none have seen before. My world is filled with heroes, but none of them are strong enough to defeat the enemy hiding in plain sight among them. Yet, I know one who is. She does not wish to be a hero.
Every time online, I do make Facebook posts.
Elspeth will save Theros from the usurper who would steal it from me. Darkness approaches, and she must become the hero she was meant to be.
So much power, so much adoration. And what do the gods do with it? They meddle. Ithara coddles the humans like children, while Phoenix, ever amused by their torment, finds new ways to enjoy them. Karametra strives to keep the mortals sheltered from the gathering shadows. And Mogis has seized the opportunity to set his minotaurs upon them. But standing among their ranks is the sun god's champion, Elspeth. Will her heroism be enough to save them? Oh, yes. So now, they revel in their victory, while I make my place in the sky, among the gods. Darkness approaches. May the fates aid any who venture into the night alone.
When does a hero's journey begin? The moment you step outside the safety of your home? Or when you realize the fight has just begun? Is it when you comprehend how small you are compared to the vastness of what threatens to destroy you? When did you learn that the journey isn't a lonely road? And you didn't have to face the darkness alone? Lesser souls lose heart and lay down their swords. But a champion risks everything for the greater good. Take comfort in this. True heroes never die. The sun rises, the sun sets. But we all have to cross the river someday. Even her. Resign yourself to your glorious fate. I am coming to claim my prize.
All right, everybody, and we are back with another episode of Companions of Strength and Odyssey of Theros. My name is Kevin Ryan, and I'm going to be your dungeon master for tonight's evening. Tonight is a very special episode. Tonight is episode 55 of our amazing show, and I just want to thank you guys for joining us. Before we get started, we do have a couple of announcements to get through. The first announcement is make sure you guys go check out the I Call Him Him book trilogy over on Amazon by our very own Scott W. Kimack. He's got his new book coming out soon, The Sword of God, and you can check out his latest short story, After the Apocalypse, the Kim and Kaya Chronicles. So make sure you guys go check that out over on Amazon. Links to all that will be down in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. And our second announcement is, guys, we need your help. We need you guys to help follow, subscribe to this channel on YouTube, and especially on Twitch. If you guys can help subscribe to us, or if you want, there is a donate button, and all that money goes straight to this stream and this production, and to make everything better and more enjoyable. We have some big plans for the future, and we can't do it without your guys' help. So if you guys want to please help us out, go ahead and do that. With all that out of the way, I think that is all of our announcements. Let me go ahead and bring in our players. There we are. How's everyone doing?
Great.
Doing good, DM. Doing good.
Ready to rock.
Whew. We are trying some new things out today. We're not using Skype because it's been giving us problems. If you guys have been watching the show, you guys would notice Skype gives us a lot of problems. So we're going to be trying out Discord today, seeing how well it works out for us. All right. Do you guys have any announcements you guys want to put out there or anything?
No, I'm good.
Nope. I'm just ready to rock.
Awesome. Well, I guess without further ado, I do have a quick announcement. Jesse and Lane won't be joining us tonight. They are both working and busy doing some other stuff. So it's just going to be Scott and Max playing Grexus and Falapeno tonight. I will be managing the other PCs as NPCs tonight. And we might have a short little adventure with just the two of them. It might end up being a short game, but we shall see how everything goes. So, with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's game. So, last time on our adventure, the Companions of Strength had teleported to the mountain ranges to the east in order to do battle with the great Elder Tempest Titan. It was here that you guys, along the journey, were overcome with Mother Nature in the rain and the thunder and the lightning, making your path somewhat difficult to traverse, but being the experienced party that you all are, were able to manage it just fine. Here you guys found a tall mountain top where once you ascended, you were brought to what seemed like some kind of old ancient ruins of some forgotten long temple. It was here that Falapeno, you noticed a glowing amphora at the edge of one of these temples that sat on the spires of these mountains. However, in an attempt to rush and grab this amphora, the one that your visions had been given to you by Ifara, you all were attacked by the Elder Tempest and did battle with it. It was a grueling battle, most of you getting hurt severely, bringing the creature down in an attempt to not just slay the creature, but to seal it and banish it back to the plane that it belonged to. A quest given to you by Clothis, the god of destiny. So, after this rough battle, you were eventually able to banish it and seal it away with the chains of fate that a Thracian held. However, this battle was made slightly easier by the quick-witted Jalapeno, using the power that laid within this artifact of Ifara, granted him the ability, the boon, to cast a wish. This wish dispersing the storm that had been surrounding the mountains, making it much easier to fight this creature. However, this wish didn't come without a price. As it seemed, the casting of this spell was so much for a mortal that it rendered the strength of Jalapeno much less than it already pretty was. Even though it was already small, it made it much smaller. And it made Jalapeno lay on the ground, almost helpless, with the rest of the group defeating and sealing the Titan. And as the storm cleared and the rain stopped, you all were left on top of this mountain, on these mountains, the sun beginning to shine brightly overhead, almost like if it's rising from the east in the morning light. That is where we begin our session today. So Jalapeno, you kind of lay on your back, your arms barely able to move. You feel yourself weakened from within, your hands trembling, and you can see the amphora that sits next to you.
I just want to say that I guess because we leveled up and the magic of D&D, I'm no longer hurt because my hit points are now at max and full. So I guess everything's fine. You know, no, I should be like at I think 5 or 6 hit points.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, gonna go ahead and grab the amphora and find a way to kind of wrap some of that rope that I have through the handles and so forth, and like a sash over my shoulder and my neck, and then gonna start as I'm still on my knees, I'm pretty sure, unbuckling the breastplate and pretty much dropping the shield on the floor and gonna strip down as much as possible so I can at least move. I look over at Grexus and Grexus, do you mind carrying these for me? I don't feel...
What are you doing? Why are you being such a wimp? Why are you taking your armor off?
Is it physically manifested, this effect? In the sense, like, do I look like I have a strength of 3, or is it just more of a spiritual drainage? So he looks like emaciated kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
Gotcha. Like he hasn't, like he's starved to death almost.
Yeah, and your skin is like pale and...
Gotcha.
What's
wrong with you? Have you been drinking again?
No, well, I guess I did technically. Yes, I guess I was drinking again, Grexus, but not what you would expect. I feel very weak right now, and I'm worried as I look at my hands. I don't look beautiful.
Well,
I mean, honestly, Grexus, do I look horrendous and ugly right now?
Honestly, I never really thought you were very good looking to begin with, so
I kind of like
might be an
weakly
improvement.
get up and try to like slap his face. Just really like I can't reach him. Just kind of fall back down.
Yeah, you ever like,
hey, I don't need to...
you ever like sleep on your arm funny and it like falls asleep? Like that's what it feels like when you try to lift your arm.
I don't need to carry that stuff. We can just put it in the bag of holding.
Would it fit?
The bag of holding is getting pretty full right now.
I also mean in the sense of like, can we open it wide enough to put a breastplate and a shield through? I mean, I have to find a chest of holding.
Yeah. To be fair, you guys have a lot of gold in there.
Technically, it's platinum, more than gold, but yeah. I see what you're getting at. I see what you're getting at. I don't want to push it, so I'm not going to say, no, we can't put it in there. It's fine. I'm okay with it. Okay, then what I'm going to do at that point is, Grexus, make sure you keep the pirate captain away from Tally Bottom.
Yeah, okay. Tally Bottom.
Yeah.
I like that name.
Gonna get the hammer and do his Mighty Morphin Power Ranger stance and kind of bang the hammer down onto the stone and try to see if I can call him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Give me 1 sec.
I can get down off this mountain. I'm not going to attempt to get out of this mountain at a strength of 3. Oh.
Which god did you when you use this thing? Which god were you asking the wish for? From?
I am Farah. Ifara, sorry. With her Amphora. Smashed them both together.
I mean,
I really pushed, I think, the intent of the spell a little bit than Kevin was expecting. And so I'm just glad I'm not dead.
what if I were to use commune and talk to my gods? Do you think they would give your strength back, or is that possible? Or
I mean, from my understanding, it comes back in 7 days.
there's no way around that?
It's a good reason to take a week off, man. You know, we've been kind of complaining about it. These guys have had to work in overtime like Amazon. Like, we need a potty break. You know what I mean?
Gotta unionize.
we gotta unionize this shit.
Now you can still cast your spells and everything, though, right?
Yes, technically. Yes, technically.
There's just a consequence to doing so.
But for every spell level that's cast, I take 1d10 necrotic damage.
How many hit points do you have right now?
About 6. I mean, unless the magic of leveling up fills you up, I'm full. But I'm gonna presume no. So,
Let me lay on hands and give you some hit points then.
Okay, be good. I don't want to cast healing word on myself.
All right, so I can give you. You know what? I forgot how many I had taken off last time, because when I leveled up, I think I changed everything.
So I'm
I think
saying,
I think I had used 20 last time, didn't I?
last time
sounds
you gave me
right.
20. Yes, you gave me 20 last time.
Okay, so I should still have 65. So I'll give you 65 hit points.
Lord, what?
Yeah, I've got 85.
My God, that's
He
like
gets-
almost.
he gets-
That's pretty close to my ping.
Yeah, he gets 5
All
per level.
All right, so add
Okay.
65 hit points, and I'm tapped out.
Okay, so I'm at 71, and all of a sudden, I guess my wounds start closing a bit, like in Critical Role, I guess.
Here you go, Jalapeno. I hope you feel a little better.
Oh, I do feel better. I at least don't feel I'm going to die, but I still do not want to walk anywhere. I'm just gonna pretty much sit there, cross-legged.
Well, I can carry you. Just where do we need to go?
I'm going to wait for my bird to come, land, and I am going to Akros. I don't know where all of you are going, but I suggest you come.
Yeah, whatever. Let's go.
All right, we can go.
And I look at the captain. Would you like to come back to Akros with us, or would you prefer to go to Elatis?
I need to return to my ships.
Very well. and kind of say goodbye to him. I figured he had a way to go to get back.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention one more thing.
Yeah?
Or I forgot this during the fight.
That's
But
not good.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna retroactively change things. But Ixis should have been making concentration checks for all the damage that he took.
Oh, yeah. I knew that's where you're going to go. I mean, to me, I'm already at the point that like the jig is up. Like, I'm okay personally in it because it would be ridiculously crazy that jig was not up during that fight.
Yeah.
Especially since the guy doesn't wear a ski mask, at least.
Just give me 1 sec.
There's no reason why they can't be ninjas. You know what I mean? Just, cover your face and head, man, all the time.
You all are level 17 right now, right?
That is correct. Oh, yeah. I forgot that he was a giant ape. I was like, why is there a giant ape there?
Oh, okay. Sorry, Dad. Next level, your auras increase.
Yeah, and specifically, I got a spell specifically for this reason upon level up.
Next level, your aura of courage at next level goes up to 30 feet.
Christmas on a cracker.
Nice.
And your aura of alacrity goes up to 10 feet.
It goes up to 10 feet. What's it at right now?
5
feet.
Oh, is it? I thought it was at 10 already.
No, that's your aura of courage. That's why you have two. That's why you have two colored circles on your.
No, wait a minute. I thought the one was 30 feet.
No, it's 10 feet. 5 feet and 10 feet. In radius, not diameter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's why I'm wondering what the captain's going to be doing right now.
I mean, if you could help me get back to Melatis, that'd be much appreciative.
I mean, we have a teleportation circle near us here, don't we?
You would have to travel. You guys can either travel back to that teleportation circle that you found, that obelisk. That way you don't have to use a spell slot, or Ixis can cast it where you guys are at, but that will cost him a spell slot.
Well, I'm saying, I mean, because that's by now we can fly there to that circle. That should be, I don't know, a few hours at most, right?
Yeah.
I whisper in Falapenio's ear. I say, "Hey, tell him we'll make a deal with him. If he leaves the Bident, then we'll teleport him back."
Vexis, I told you that I did not have any strength. It does not mean I don't have the strength to argue with you of how crazy and ridiculous that plan is. I will not do that.
Okay.
It is one thing to anger this peasant, and it's another to anger the god that gave him the Bident. If you want the Bident to be yours, make him say something offensive about Tassa.
Okay.
It is by her will that he wields it. If her will doesn't want it, then it will not be his.
How do I do that?
I don't know. Ask him, which god do you think is better? Tassa or Heliod?
Okay. Hey, dude.
I'm gonna start like a jihad, dude. Like, jeez. I just realized this is a mistake. This is a mistake.
Hey, dude.
Okay.
So I say to the pirate, I forgot his name. Hey.
I'm like, hey, you know what? That's cool. All right.
So which god do you like the best anyway? Which one do you think is stronger?
I'm
Thassa
gonna
or Heliod?
cast as he does that. I'm casting confusion on the pirate.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the hit points, but Lord, I do not want this mistake to happen.
Um.
Oh my God, I'm taking 4 die 10. I'm taking 4 die 10.
Okay, let me look up confusion first. Okay, I'm assuming that you're aiming it so it doesn't hit Grexus, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's also I didn't realize there's a radius.
I'm confused.
Although I would at this point I really wouldn't mind either way, like the way this is going.
And then he has to make a wisdom save.
Yeah, I mean this is I know that a lot of this is used more in combat as it's going. You know? So I don't know what else to use other than that.
You could also, I don't know, you could enhance ability on Grexus or inspire him.
Inspire him to do what?
Persuasion or
Yeah. Oh, bonus action and as Grexus kind of walks and asks his question, just I'll say, Grexus, remember the hands of the gods are always with you. And then I roll my 4 die 10. Oh my God, I didn't realize it was that high level of a spell, Kevin.
okay, so you're casting it after all.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I just did it.
All
I
right.
thought
He takes 16 damage.
and I will roll sleight of hand.
Yep.
Oh, it's not great.
Hold on, let me get. Oh, I have a dice right here. Yep. What's your spell save DC?
21. And that should be wisdom, I believe.
Yes. Okay. He fails.
Yes. What does that mean?
Kevin's gonna get creative. That's what it means.
No, I gotta reread confusion one more time.
Yeah, and it's more about the whole reactions. It's the twists of mind, spawning delusions, and provoking uncontrolled action.
Okay, let me roll a d10.
A 3.
3.
It doesn't move or take actions this turn.
I'll say he's kind of like in a confused state. He like
And
just
so
kind of
what-
like stand. He like kind of like stands still, almost like catatonic. He kind of just like stands still and just kind of like his eyes begin like wandering.
So, what do you say? Which one do you think's more powerful?
Ask him if he's going to remain silent. Does that mean Heliod is greater?
Yeah. If you're gonna remain silent, does that mean that Heliod is greater?
You see the bident on his back begins to glow, and he kind of like shakes it off. He's like, "Of course, Thassa is the best."
Really? Yeah.
She watches over the sea on which we travel and keeps our sails straight and full of wind.
Yeah, but
Are you
Imagine-
satisfied?
it's hard to sail when it's dark. Heliod is the light, the sun.
Grexus, make a persuasion check.
Okay, persuasion. All right. Here we go. 22.
You can add your D10 if you want.
Put a D10 on top of that?
Go for it. Use your inspiration.
All right. Three. 25.
25.
Yep.
You see him kind of like, he kind of like nods in acknowledgement of what you say. A little bit. He's like, I don't understand where you come from. It is a good point.
Is that all we're going to get?
Man, I don't want to push this, man. You push. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what, are you satisfied? As I said, that's just all I'm going to help. I just got slapped by myself.
All right. I don't know if we have the power right now. We're pretty weak in order to be able to teleport you back. I think you're going to have to come with us to Akros.
We can fly to the teleportation circle, correct? That is fine. I will ask.
Grexus,
Captain.
roll a deception check.
Deception. Oh my gosh.
No, Captain, may I call upon you
Ooh,
when we face
20.
other...
That was an 18 I rolled.
He says, all right. I'll find my own way back.
Captain, forgive the confusion of my great warrior friend. But I would like to ask is, may we call upon you when we face the other titans? As you see how dangerous these are, not only the lands, but your oceans as well. Imagine if this tempest has gotten into the sea to your ships.
If the circumstances are right, possibly. But I can't guarantee anything.
I'm not asking for guarantees. I'm asking for hardened warriors brave enough to face Theros. I understand. You have your times and things you must see to.
There are matters I must attend to.
Then let us come with us to the teleportation circle. And you may take the circle anywhere else you wish if you do not wish to come with us.
But I don't have means of using a teleportation circle. But
Well, we are going to teleport to Melatis.
that makes things much easier.
Well, I'm saying we were going to, fly to Akros, but since you can't go anywhere, you have no means of leaving. Figure then we just go teleport to Melatis, and our Lord Atration can see to his matter, because I need to rest, and that not everyone needs to come to Akros, if not me. It is something we're doing for new friends, you see.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I guess I'll have the captain get on the bird with me. Tell him to just, put your hands around my waist. Just hold on tightly.
Yeah, he doesn't do that. He just.
You want her to carry you by the claws?
I'll hold on my own way.
Okay, just don't grab the horns or the hair, please. Oh, wait, do I realize how do we summon or call for the chariot? I know Grexus has his lion. Do we have that whistle or what was it?
Yeah, it's just you just like whistle for it.
Okay. Guess we're
Depending on
summoning
how-
the chariot for.
Depending on how far it is, it might take a while to get to you.
Well, I mean, like we'll set up camp. You know what I mean? Have a little campfire here. I mean, we'll have some food.
A short rest.
Do like a short rest, song of rest while it gets here, and that way, I imagine it'll be, what is it? Thracian and Phoebe on the chariot.
Okay.
Alley Bottom and Grexus on the lion. Unless the captain wants to go on the chariot with the Thracian and Phoebe can come on the Phoenix.
It doesn't matter.
But captain, obviously, it does matter. No?
No.
It just, who do you want hugging you, Jalapeno?
I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter if Jalapeno either, to be honest. He's from Militis, man, he's cool.
It doesn't matter as much. So you
Okay,
guys
well-
set up camp and stuff and have a little short rest. Is there anything you guys would like to do or talk about during your short rest?
Just keep this captain distracted from looking towards Tally Bottom's direction as much as possible.
And I'm sure Ixis is recasting his Mask of Many Faces.
We
With
sit on
that
opposite sides and just keep talking to him so he doesn't look at Ixis.
With that weird twitch that, Ixis apparently has. He snaps his finger and sneezes and keeps it.
Yeah. I like we can hear every crunch of my dad's mouth.
Yeah, it's daily rations. So, after the short rest, I guess we will fly towards a teleportation. Unless anything happens during that night, does the Capitan want to bring anything up?
No, unless you have anything to ask him or talk to him about.
Not at all. I'm still pissed off at that fucking ocean bitch.
Yeah, actually, I want to know more about this guy.
I want to hear this. I want to hear this. I mean, I'll back him up, but I want to hear this.
So I tell him, so tell me a little bit about yourself, How many people have you killed in your adventures?
You start to lose track.
And were they all bad people you killed?
Well, bad is a very subjective term, isn't it?
Not quite, but I can see how it is to some people. He says as he's eating and making some stew.
So, well, I don't know. I guess it's subjective. What do you mean? Like, do you kill innocent women and children?
I kind of look back at the pirate. Please speak as though you're almost talking to a child. Yes, don't use big words.
Oh. He winks back at Jalapeno.
Goes back to the stew.
Goes back to Grexus. Pirates. Big ship. No kill. Women. Children. Get big chest of gold and treasure.
Okay.
Look at Grexus. He only kills adults.
I see. I understand.
I hear no difference in Grexus's voice.
Yeah, pretty much. Tell me, Captain, how does one get into the life of pirating?
He kind of thinks for a sec. It is a long story. It's more of a passed down thing. One grows into it. Depending on the situations of the villages where you grow up at. In my case particularly, I lived in a small island in the Siren Sea, where our village was very oppressed by a much bigger island. You see, my people, we starved. There was no medicine. The villages all around on this island struggled. And so, a few of us got together, built some small boats and ships, and decided to take action in our own hands. And so, my people have never starved since.
And Captain, I kind of like you. I think if we would have met in different circumstances, I think we could have been really good friends.
I just wish my legacy could live on.
What
It
legacy
can.
you're talking about?
I once had a son, a young boy, who was meant to take up the reins of my sheep. The ships that I look over. He was taken from me.
Oh, that's horrible. Do you know who it is so I can kill him for you?
It was once one of my own crew members. Very close to me. He wanted to defect from it, so I sent a small ship to retrieve him and persuade them otherwise to return back to our colony of ships, to show him the power of what we have together, so that he might not leave on his own. And my son commanded the ship, and instead of heeding his words, he sunk the ship into the ocean. And my son with it.
It sounds as if this crew member was almost as a son to you if you were to send your own son to try to convince him to come back.
Well, of course, they were like brothers. They grew up together.
Oh, this story is so sad.
I am confused. If this one wished to defect and leave, it is obvious he did not wish harm for you or your son. If he could have done that, he was close to you and truly betrayed you, and
Yet
taken your throne and killed. Well, let me just say.
Yet nonetheless, the ship is gone. Fathoms under the ocean. My
What I am
son
saying-
burned alive.
Oh, Fall
But-
Penyo, let's go kill this guy right now. Come on,
I
we'll
know,
find him.
but I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, before I remember, I am the wisest man you know, so I think we should think. For all we know, no offense to you, Captain, but perhaps your son was a dick. And instead of going to go speak to your other son, who obviously seems to have a more compassionate heart, if this
Excuse me.
piracy that you have that seems much nicer than other pirates that I've heard, to be honest, because you didn't say you rape women and you massacre everybody. You just kind of beat up the guys and take their gold so you can feed the poor people of your village. It doesn't sound cruel. It sounds extreme. Yes, I agree. But what I mean is, you think perhaps when your son went to go find him, he was jealous of the bond that you shared for this other one so much that instead of just sending him to kill him, he wanted you to bring him back to you. And instead of your son simply talking to him, your son started opening fire first.
Oh my gosh, I'm really confused now. I don't know
Because
who
if
to
he
like.
was your true blood son and you had another that you loved as a son, it could cause some. But again, I don't know you or your child. You can look back into your memories to see, but it sounds too easy that it was that way. You know the gods and
No,
destiny does not work
I
that
tell
way.
you that this is the case. And this person that I'm searching for will die by my hands. I shall crush his neck with my very own hands until he can no longer breathe. Then I'll squeeze harder.
You would kill your only living son.
He is no longer my son.
He is.
No.
Okay.
While you're crushing his throat, you're gonna need both hands. Can I hold your Biden while you do it?
He just ignores that.
He really likes weapons. It's just he has envy for something so beautifully crafted. You should understand.
You can see him. You can see him. He's now like very much eyeing up Grexus.
Well,
It's like, well,
trying to help.
He is bound by honor. He would never take it from you. He simply wants to hold it because he once held it, to be honest with you. We are the ones that threw it into the sea before Dasa brought it to you. He just kind of was always been angry with me for returning it to her.
I guess it was destiny for me to have it then.
That is what I'm speaking of. Look at these complications of how things work and how it takes time for true destiny to manifest. I only wish you to not make the mistake that so many mortal men make to not recognize true destiny simply because of emotion. You do not know the truth of that day. And it could be because of the wrong and vengeful act of one son has driven you to kill the other. Perhaps you should speak to a fate dealer, someone who can look into that time and see if what I say is true. But anyway, I say this because you have helped us. And you seem to be a good man. I mean, I tell you the truth, I don't know many pirates. But I thought you were going to be like a really evil, cruel bastard that I was going to have to kill soon, because your ships were outside my home, fully. And I didn't want to do that because you seem like a cool guy. But yes. So before you make a great mistake, as what happened with, oh my lord, hold on. I just went blank. Please don't take too much time on this. It's because you took her. Oh my god, what is her name?
Phoebe?
No, the from Theros, the game. She killed her lover. She's in hell.
Elspeth?
We talked to her. Yeah, ergo. Think on the lessons we can learn from the stories of Elspeth and how she was fated to kill the wrong person. And let me tell you, we have been to Erebos and we have seen her torture in hell. It is cruel. I'm gonna do a perception check or what?
Go for it.
All right.
You're not in a pulley, so no advantage.
I know it's straight. It's straight. Okay, it's still going to be 27.
You still suck, Jalapeno.
It's crazy, dude. Minimum 27 score on persuasion.
You see him, he's definitely heeding your words.
Again, just trying to get that. Open your mind. The rest is up to the other guy. Hey,
you see a Thracian kind of looks over to you, Jalapeno. He's like, Jalapeno, can we have a word?
I still need to add a little more spices to the soup. I look at the captain here. I give him a little pouch of spices. Just add some and keep stirring. And I walk away.
Kind of like starts like confusedly mixing the spices in.
Right.
Thracian pulls you aside and he's like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like this admiral is not telling the whole truth. I'm getting a shifty vibe from him.
I'm pretty sure he's figured out that Tally Bottom is not Tally Bottom.
Well, I don't know about that. But as far as... I don't think he is as good of a person as he's making himself out to be.
Do I hear this or no?
No, they've kind of stepped pretty far away.
Ah.
I mean, you can make a perception check, but they're kind of far.
Unfortunately, I have no way of assuring that he can speak the truth.
Hey, I got a 22 on perception.
Yeah, it's still a little bit
Did
out
I
of
hear
your
their-
hearing. It's still a little bit out of your hearing range.
Oh man.
Good roll though. Good roll. Yeah, he. Thracian says, I don't have anything like that either, but I would just be careful on what we say to him and not exactly trust everything he says.
I don't trust a single goddamn thing he says. I'm trying to get him to believe every goddamn thing I say, Thracian.
I get that.
And if we have to kill him, fine. If he's cruel and evil, fine. That's okay by me. I mean, it's not gonna make a party out of it. It's not gonna make me feel great. But I mean, he's a pirate. I didn't even like Talibottom as a pirate. I thought he was an ass because he was a pirate. This is an actual, real pirate lord. He's like the king of asses to me. But he's kind of cool. Like,
I get it. Just wanted to let you know, because he's being very careful on the way he says things. Right. Well, enough of this. Let's go back. Let's go get some food, I guess.
We come back to the two, and I kind of take this special from the pirate lord. Thank you. Make a great assistant.
He kind of like raises an eyebrow at you.
And then, yeah, that's pretty much about it.
So by this time, has the chariot come or?
Yeah, I would say about this time, after about an hour or two.
Oh, you know what I am going to do? As we're sitting there with the campfire, I'm going to be close to the captain, and I'm going to have my amphora of Ifara and kind of put the hammer right by it and just kind of lean it on the amphora and just look at that Biden. Stasa's former lover. Just be like, yeah. How you like them apples? So kind of like at the same time looking at the captain going, so is this the first godly weapon you have ever used and held?
I guess so.
It's like, yeah. After like 3, it's kind of like, oh, it's cool, It's not as cool as the first time, Kind of like leaning back while I mean, there's 2 things with him. How many? So you haven't been blessed by more than one god yet?
No. I put all my faith in one.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Sometimes faith finds you. Did you know that? Interesting thing in the world. It's cool, man. Like it doesn't mean that it's any less because you are putting all your faith in one God. It's kind of like you have to love all the gods.
Hmm.
It's kind of like you go to your friend's ship, yes? You respect that ship, right?
Of course.
I think it's a kind of like that as well. You're in the water. Well, who do you pray to?
Mm-hmm.
Asa, right?
Of course.
So she is the goddess of the sea. I mean, we are here by the guidance and aid of many gods. I
Is
see
this-
that perhaps there'll be other gods that look to you as well. If you are so pure of heart, as you say, pure of intention, the last thing you want to do is do something wrong when the God is always watching you. And I kind of point at his back. For anything you do will reflect upon your God. A terrible, scary responsibility.
Fortunately, my views aren't too different from my patron.
Okay. I didn't know Asa was into women and baby killing, but okay. I guess they can if they drown. Unless, of course, they're frightened like you, which they would not drown. I guess it's kind of strange to think of it that way. I always thought her to be proud and beautiful, courageous. I'll be honest, you are beautiful, proud, and courageous as well.
He kind of just keeps an eyebrow up at you.
Interesting. No, please. I'm a hurry taken. I'm a hurry to be married in Acros, but I appreciate it. And I kind of pick up my stuff and get a little further from him.
All right.
Where'd it go?
Anything
Mac,
else you
did
guys
see
want?
my message?
No. And where? How?
In row 20.
Okay.
I don't know if that'll work.
I don't know. I don't even know what it is.
You place a magical command on a creature that you can see within range, forcing it to carry out some service. If the creature can understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration.
I think we're pushing it, Scott.
Yeah.
Personally, I
Okay.
think we should wait until I don't know. We're not at this Stone Peak Mountain up here, and I don't have a strength of 3.
Okay.
And any spell I cast, I'm taking 1d10 at minimum. So I don't want to do. I don't want to push anything with this guy. Like, just get intel. That's cool. You know, plant some seeds where he trusts me and opens his viewpoints a bit.
Also, did you
And-
see the entire card from the magic item for the amphora?
In a sense, but I mean,
Did I
yeah.
put But you read it and stuff?
Well, yeah. I mean, within 7 days, I can cast it again.
Okay, I'm just
I
making
have
sure you saw it. Yeah.
the spell list and so forth.
Yeah,
I thought you were doing something referring to this now.
No. I was just making sure you had saw it.
Oh yeah, man. 7 days. I'm gonna go ahead and reshape his memories. Actually, I don't even know what really happened, dude. Like, I don't even believe Ixis if he says it. He's like, I think you're both lying. Okay, so
All right.
guess we will go to the teleportation circle.
Yep.
and we will, I guess, at the teleportation circle, I kind of look at the captain and say, "May I ask one favor for the kindness we have shared to each other?"
And what may that be?
I mean, don't be poking around too much with your, scrying and stuff. Like, if send a message, say, "Hey, where are you guys? We'd like to talk." Like, we're friends now. I mean, and I already told you, I am betrothed. So at this point, it could become something that would not be comfortable, Like, just say, "Hey, Jalapeno, it's me, the captain. What are you doing? I'm rolling around Melatis. Let's get together." Or, "Hey, mind if I scry to see where you're at, see if we can meet up?" But just like, let me know, man. What if I'm not dressed properly? I'm doing something.
Whoever said I was crying?
Dude, like, I saw this cry, and then I cried you, and I saw you cried us. It's like, it was cool, It was fun. It's like, you tag me, and I come and I tag you, and then you tag us back.
I never scried you.
It was your other guy.
He never scried you either.
Actually, it had to be because I kind of scried on your ship, and I heard you asking him what are they doing. He's like, "Nothing, they're just sitting there." It was someone on your ship if it was not you. It's cool. Like, I get it. But it's like,
I had one of my first mates try and detect thoughts and read minds. But if you're seeing a scrying orb when you detect your magic, that's something entirely different.
are you saying that I have a peeping Tom that's not you?
I was not peeping at all.
Captain, I've seen the way you look at me. I understand if you were. Just saying, you don't have to be embarrassed. Like, but if you say that it was not you, I will believe it.
It wasn't me.
Can I do an insight check, or do I have to?
Sure, go for an insight check. You want?
All right. I mean, do I have anything that helps with that? I'm going to use action surge.
That's a D12 damage for action surge.
Okay, no, I don't think so. Whoa! Wow!
Nat 20.
20.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Okay. All right. I guess I'm gonna hop up on my Phoenix, my Pehonix. Oh no, we were already on the circle.
Yeah.
We will teleport to Melatis.
All right. You all teleport. That same crazy feeling of your insides being stretched and squashed back together. Your entire self becoming like a thin noodle, almost like the width of an atom, and smashing back into itself, erupting back onto the floor, the stone floors of the Tecatilla in Melatis.
Oh, man.
Is there no
I
way
hate
to
that.
do this without slamming into the ground?
Who are you asking?
Whoever is around. Apparently, we kind of stumbled on the stone or anything.
Yeah. And they're like,
I hate that feeling.
This is like a whole new thing for them too.
I'm gonna kind of lift myself up using the hammer a bit to kind of support my weight. Kind of a little salute to the captain. and then kind of walk up to Thracian and go, "He wasn't scrying us."
He's like, well, Final Penny, I could have told you that. But you never
Who was
asked me
crying?
anything.
Who was scrying us?
I don't know. Probably it could be a god or something.
It was Clothis.
Could be.
He's gonna start walking down the steps, kind of like muttering, "Son of a."
Maybe it was Erebos.
They don't have the bird back here, right? Like you can't shoot the bird.
What do you mean?
Ancient Greece and Theros, they don't have that. Because if they don't have it, Jalapeno will invent it right now.
Oh, you mean? Oh, you mean like flip someone off?
He's gonna flip the bird. Just gonna keep walking.
Sure.
It's now been invented in Theros.
No, I was saying you can do it if you want.
Yeah, man, he's very upset. That spell backfired in such a great way. Yeah. Well, I don't want to break up the party, so I guess we'll just rest here in Melatis and send word to Akros and let them know that I can't go there because I can't move, and I am bedridden for 7 days.
Okay. So, is there anything
So,
you guys would like to play out over the next 7 days in Melatis?
How many casinos and bars are there? What happens in Melatis stays in Melatis, man.
There are no official by the book casinos or bars.
I know we broke it up.
Yeah, you guys broke up the main one that was underneath the theater. But bars is a different thing because there aren't many like establishments that just like sell alcohol that way. Most are just like street vendors and stuff like that who sell their own wines and stuff like that. There aren't like taverns or like inns and stuff. But there are many plays, there are many events you all could attend to. There are temples you guys could visit. There are athletic games. There are a whole sorts of things. You guys can go to the Agora.
What is that again?
The Agora is like the main, like the town square. It's where most of the shops and vendors are and stuff, and like a lot of people kind of culminate there to speak. There are a lot of like political debates that go on the steps of the Epharos temple and stuff like that.
What I am going to do is go to the main temple of Ephara, with the amphora.
Uh-huh.
And I imagine that there is a statue or something with her and an amphora there, right?
Yeah, like as soon as you enter, there's this massive bronze statue inside, and it's like this very, very beautiful arrangement of flowers and mosaics and paintings on the walls and the inside. Like many of the pillars, like the stone pillars, are themselves painted in like different colors of like red and blue and gold, and there are many banners and different tapestries that drape from the like scaffolding and stuff like that. And in the center, there's this massive bronze gilded statue of Ephara holding her amphora, and you can see it's almost like a fountain of sorts as she's like pouring the amphora into what seems like a small pond in the center of the temple as water comes out.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and for my bowl, I can find like a little bowl around there. Okay. And get some water from my amphora in it. Just kind of then get a towel and using that water, going to wash the feet of Ifara's statue, which would be custom back then, of like washing the feet of sand and so forth.
Yeah.
Just take that time and that note, and I'm curious of something.
I'll say one thing you do notice is that when you look in the amphora, the water itself almost has that nebulous starscape of the Nyx kind of look to it. But as soon as you pour it out and the water leaves the amphora, it becomes regular water.
Okay. All right. It's just gonna kind of use that as before saying anything, kind of giving thanks to Ifara, in other words, and in this little ritual moment.
Yep.
Using that damn cloth to wash just the feet of the statue. Are there? I imagine there's a lot of poor, suffering people here right now.
There are some people. There's some people that are bringing gifts. You can see like the Temple of Ifara is also used as a treasury for Melithis. You can see there's piles and piles of gold, of gold coins and gold vases and amphoras and different chests and like behind the statue there's like this huge pile, tens and tens of thousands of gold pieces and a massive like white marble chest with like gold filigree and gilding on the edges of it. This huge chest behind it. It's kind of like outstanding how there's not really any guards or people watching over it. It's just piles and piles of gold. But most people that come, it's more of a donation not only to the city of Melithis but to Ifara. And taking gold would be a huge what's the word, bad ethically bad thing to do. Yeah,
it's like taken from you get cursed and so forth. You're the gods, not just the politics.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But yes, there are people coming to and fro, bringing gifts and different things. Some people are praying. They're on their knees in front of the statue of Ifara and praying.
I'm gonna find someone who is the neediest or looks the neediest, or as I hear them praying, either a woman or a child, someone because they lost certain stuff. And do you want me to roll like an investigation check or something for that? Or?
More insight.
Insight. Okie dokie. 18.
You do see what looks like a middle-aged lady. She's wearing like very drab and dirty robes, like toga, almost like only covering like one breast. You can see like her hair is very frazzled and dirty. Her skin is full of like kinds of filth, and she seems like almost like you. She seems very emaciated and just is on her knees. She's just kind of like mumbling under her breath.
Ask her, I'll kneel before and ask her what is wrong.
I just wish for Ifara to bless me and my family with food and with great tidings for the future.
Okay, so then
she goes on to say like, I'm a farmer on the outsides of the Meletian walls, and the weather and the drought lately has rendered our crops useless. And so I also hope that she would speak to Kronos and convince him to bring good weather.
Okay, so what I'll do for now is take a little cup to pour in her hands and goes, "This is the amphora of Ifara," and pour some water into the cup and say, tell her to drink from this and wish for Ifara to lessen your pains with the gold to pay for your troubles, or the coin to find.
She kind of takes the water and drinks from it. Now, just for magic item purposes, you're pouring the water into a separate cup, right?
Yes, she's not drinking from it. Like, again, I'm not just trying to, in a way, experimenting too to see if it's the water that's going to do this or what. Because I'm trying to build up onto this.
Yeah, that's what I'm making sure. So, you pour it into the cup and she drinks from it. Father, oh great protector of the Poli, it's by your name that I wish you give my family the ability to provide food and drachmi to survive in these walls. And so she kind of just stands there. Nothing really happens.
Okay. Put my hand on her forehead. I say no. Wish for the drachmi to support your family. Make this easy on your god, on your goddess. I have her drink from the amphora at that point.
Okay.
I also don't want her to wish something is going to get her killed. That's what I'm trying to focus on. It's for the drachmi.
Okay. I wish for the drachmi to move my family within the walls of your great and beautiful Poli. You see, as she does this, her hair begins to lift up. And you almost with like this like burst of gold radiant light. There's just like a shockwave. And you can see sitting in front of her is a bag of gold. Now I need to roll 2d4.
I was gonna say, is it 25,000?
Oh wait, that was one. Okay. And then I need to roll a d100. Okay. You can see as she casts it, her body almost goes limp, and she like falls back onto the ground, like on her, like almost falling down to her side. You can see her hands are trembling, much like how you were, Falapeno, after you cast the wish. But you can see a good satchel of gold drachmi lays at her feet.
Is she okay? Is she missy? Like, is she like did it almost kill her, or is she just kind of like a just draining thing for the moment? Like, she'll be all right.
It seems to have a very similar effect to what happened to you.
Even for the gold? Oh, I thought the gold was what it could do. Oh, I think I messed this up.
Let me double check.
It says, alternatively, you can create one of these following effects. Create one object up to 25,000 gold.
Yeah, I'll say never mind, she's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank God. All right, yeah, I was trying to keep something simple like 25,000 gold or like 1,000 gold or something.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say I forgot to mention this, or I should say on your thing, but we'll know this for next time. The whole wishing thing does require attunement to the item.
I haven't been attuned.
You're attuned, but it wouldn't have really worked for her because she wasn't attuned. But I'm just letting it go for now, just because it's cool.
Oh, well, I was gonna try to do something where every year, Farah would grant one wish within her temple here.
Okay.
Like as a celebration for her. Mm-hmm. Like I feel I'm returning her amphora to her.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm testing the waters.
Yeah.
That's so you as the DM know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, the way you could word it, you want to make that work, is that the person would have to basically pray to the amphora for 30 minutes to an hour to attune to it, and then they could, as part of the ritual,
there you go.
to get
There
the
you go.
wish.
Okay. We'll do something like that. All right, in the future. Gotcha. Okay, and so I'm gonna kneel on and help her up a little bit. Kneel as I'm kneeling with her, and I'm gonna put my hands on the coins and say, "Now, this is what has been given to you by your goddess. Praise be her. Now she will see what you do with it. If you share this with the rest of the poly as she shares with you, or if you shall merely take it all to yourself. I leave this to you." Kiss her forehead, and then I kind of walk back out before other people start noticing about wishes.
I'll say, roll a persuasion check. This is at advantage because you are in the poly.
I mean, do you want me to kill her? It's gonna be like, okay.
Should be like double advantage for being in the Temple of Afara, right?
Yes. Okay.
35.
There we go.
You can see she like immediately grabs like 2 handfuls of the coins that were in, and she like throws it into the treasury part of the, and then she takes the bag and runs out.
There you go.
All right, Grexus, is there anything that you wanted to do?
Yeah, Grexus is bored out of his mind, okay? Because, there's been nothing going on. And he's got a lot of time to think, which is, surprising for Grexus, okay? And he starts realizing that, that maybe there is a way for him to become more powerful than just the physical. That maybe he should look into, the spiritual sense of things. So he's seeking out if there's some type of mentor or something that can help him get closer to Heliod. Maybe like a monk or something like that can maybe, teach him during this time and train him and, on how he can become closer to Heliod. Is there anyone like that he can find?
Roll an investigation check.
All right. Okay, let's see.
I believe we went to the temple in Melatis when you were going to kill Heliod, wasn't it?
And he rolls a 7. So instead, he turns to Valopeno. Valopeno, do you know of anyone that can train me to become, spiritually, closer to Heliod?
I believe the temple is here that we spoke to him when you had the corrupted spear of his. Do you recall?
Oh, I forgot about that. I don't remember things very well. So
I know, my friend. It is fine. Come. Let us go that way. And I climb on Grexus's back.
All right.
No, we should go to Brasidas and have him fashion a saddle for your back, Grexus. Yeah, I guess we're going to the Temple of Heliod.
Okay. So, the Temple of Heliod is this building way up here. Let me move you all over there.
Okay.
It's this big bronze temple or gold temple that sits at the top of a cliffside looking over the ocean. You can see it, shines almost like a beacon in the sun. These big white marbled walls, dozens and dozens of people kind of surround the building. These big, large marble steps leading up to it in a long pathway, kind of decorated with these beautiful flowers that have kind of fallen down and just ever so, decorate the ground. You can see there's, dozens of people praying. You can see what looks like a group of soldiers, of Miletian soldiers that are have what seems like some kind of prisoner that they're making pray before Heliod, and praying themselves to Heliod. There are a number of priests and people that kind of stand in front of it, giving their own prayers. The temple itself is very similar in construction to the Temple of Ephara. It's a like Parthenon-like building, surrounded, this like rectangular building surrounded by these large columns, these large marble columns with various paintings and mosaics. Everything gilded in this beautiful shining gold. What would you like to do, Grexus?
All right. Well, I say to Falapeno, who's like in charge around here? Who's like the most powerful priest or monk or abbot or whatever you call him?
And that would be Abbot Iduno.
Abbot Ibuno?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. That's his name.
No, it means I don't know, Grexus. I don't come to this temple. You
Oh.
are his Templar. You just merely walk in front and say, "Bring me the abbot. I am the..." What is your title again?
Who, me?
Something of Sun's Grace? Archon of Sun's Grace? You are the highest ranking member of this temple, Grexus.
I am? Wow, cool.
You are the spear of Heliod. Kind of like grabbing the tuft of his chin. And I could watch this. I kind of turn and I kind of project loudly. Make way for the Archon of Sun's Glory.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
Yeah, you see a few of the people immediately, move to the sides, making this like path up to the main building itself. There's a lot of people that are just like in awe, just like, and you hear whispers.
As we're walking by, I'm gonna look at Grexus and go, kind of point at a little kid or someone, go, bless that guy, that kid. Like,
That's cool.
Like bless, like some random kid, just to cast bless on him. I tell you to.
Oh, okay. All right. I cast bless on him.
Do you have bless prepared?
I don't know if I do.
He probably doesn't. He never does.
I'm sure you can smite him.
No, I don't have bless.
Okay. Then we don't do that. But as we go through, I see a priest, an obvious priest, right?
Yeah, there's a couple priests there, like having these beautiful white togas with like golden leaves in their head.
I'm gonna look for the youngest, most vacant-eyed, ignorant-looking priest I can see there. Like just like wide-eyed and enamored priest. That's who I'm looking for.
Roll an insight check.
I don't want the annoyed priest. Ooh, I'm gonna get the annoyed priest.
7.
I'm gonna get the annoyed priest. I should have been investigation.
As you look at the various priests, you see one who's kind of like turned around, looking at the statue. His hands clasped. You don't get a good look at his face, but you are for certain that guy's the one.
I kind of make my way towards him.
Okay. You walk towards him. He's still like looking down at the ground, not really heeding your attention.
What is he looking at?
He's kind of like, you kind of like look at him. He's like, eyes are closed and his hands are clasped like he's praying.
And look at Grexus and look at him. I go, that's your guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and as you got closer to him, Jalapeno, you actually notice he's actually quite old. You can see like his skin is very wrinkled and has these spots on him. His hair is this like long white, kind of balding at the top.
All right. So I walk up to him and I'm like, "Dear sir, may,
What can I
may
help
I have
you
some
with?
words with you?"
Why are you bothering me during my praying?
I apologize. I am Grexus.
Who?
Heliod has get. I am Grexus.
Who's that?
Falopeno, help me out.
He is the Archon of the Sun's glory.
I kind of. And who are you?
I'm gonna just grab Grexus and walk away.
Right.
And the next priest we see, and then I'm just gonna turn him around, make him face me.
You turn around, he just kind of like, he was like picking his nose. He's just like, huh? Oh,
Do you know who the Archon of Sun's glory is?
the Archon of Sun's glory.
I'm going to walk away.
Honestly.
Pretty much that's it. We're just doing that route, going to the next priest.
And Grexus, what are you doing?
Oh, he's
I'm just
following
following
me.
Falopeno.
Yeah, I'm making sure he's following.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering what you're doing while he does this.
Like every minute or 10 minutes it passes is strenuous to Falopeno right now. He wants to sit down.
Your knees are like literally shaking with
Yes,
every step.
He's just like, I don't have time for this.
You turn the next guy around. And he's like, oh my God, look at you. But how are you able to possess such a weapon?
And I look at Grexus. This is the guy. And I kind of go, you know the Archon of Sun's glory then? You know what this is?
I've heard myths and legends of
Well,
such
it's true.
a person, but I've never seen one with my own very eyes.
It was handed to him by Heliod himself inside this very temple.
Oh,
He wishes for you to tell him everything you know about the blessed Heliod, his
Oh.
church and teachings. For he is the spear of Heliod, and he should know what his God wishes.
oh, I would have thought he would already know, but of course.
Well, let's just say Heliod was in a hurry to get someone to kick a lot of ass and didn't really have time to teach him. So that's where you come in. Heliod himself says he wanted us to find the best, and it's you. I'm gonna gag.
Me.
Heliod has cursed us. Heliod has placed the spear that is to be his weapon on Theros in your hands. So if he does not know everything there is to know about blessed Heliod,
You hear?
Heliod's going to blame you.
You hear coming from the distance. Don't listen to what they're selling. They came and talked to me first.
And obviously, he is the fool. Now, you see the weapon. You see the beast and the man that is behind me. Teach him well. Or Heliod's going to know it was you that failed him. And I just start leaving them alone, walking back home. Kind of like grumbling like that old man, too. No.
He kind of turns to Grexus and is like, of course. What do you want to know? What can I show you?
Who's Heliod?
I want you to help me get spiritually closer to Heliod, so that I know what to do to please him, and so that he can, help enlighten me and be the most powerful warrior I can for him.
Well, Well, let me ask you, what do you know about Heliod and his ideals and what he entrusts in us to do?
Not much.
What is your divine calling from him?
To kick butt.
I just love how sincere he is with that. I just want to kick the right butt. I don't want to kick the wrong butts. Beautiful.
Well, do you know anything about Heliod? I want to know a good starting point.
I know he's the sun god.
Okay, yes. Now, what does that mean? What does the sun do?
It makes my fur get hot and warm sometimes.
Yes, it does. Because what Heliod is he is the warmth when there is only coldness. His light shines every morning without fail. It brings happiness and joy. He is literally the light in the darkness. He casts the shadows that Erebos and Phoenix brings upon this world.
Whoa. Falpenio. Oh, wait a minute. Is he still with me?
I think your friend left.
I mean, technically, we can say that he still has a telepathic bond with you, sure.
Falpenio. This is totally awesome, dude.
Yes, it is. Now, if you really want your mind blown, ask him, what is it that Heliod wants from you?
So, priest guy. Hey, do you have a name? Should I call you something?
My name is Keeper Yenin.
Yenin, Keeper Yenin. All right, Keeper Yenin. Hey, what is it that Heliod, what do you think he wants from me?
I believe Heliod sees you as the person to bring his ideals to the world, to banish the evils from our land. You are his weapon.
Yes. Oh,
But not
I like it.
but not just in battle. In heart and in
Okay.
spirit as well. You are to fight the wrongs of the world and show them what true justice is. Take this man, for example. He kind of points at the guards that had arrested the prisoner. He says, "This man caused harm to the world and to the
Oh, you
people
want me to kill him?
of Meletis.
Should I kill him?
Is that
You
what
want me to kill him?
Is that what you think is the right justice for him?
Well, I don't know. What do you think? That's what I need help with. Sometimes I
Heliod-
just want to smash things, you know?
Heliod tells us to vanquish all evil.
All right.
He teaches us that you must exact punishment on those who deserve it.
Okay. So this guy, he deserves it? What'd he do?
Well, I heard that he stole he was stealing some food from a nearby farm outside the walls of the Poli of Meletis.
Okay. But what if he was just hungry, you know? I mean, I get hungry sometimes. I could kill someone sometimes,
Is it-
when I get hungry.
But is it against the law? Is it against...
Wow.
Think about the people, the farmers that he hurt. Their farms are already disastrously taken away. And now they cannot eat. Now their children are going to go sick.
Oh. Yeah, that's bad. Does he have
Exactly.
children? Well, maybe he was trying to feed his children, though.
It doesn't matter. He brought wrongdoing in this world of Meletis, and he shall feel the punishment and the wrath of Heliod. And you, these soldiers were asking what punishment will be worthy, and Heliod sent you here. You are the punishment for this man. So it is up to you to decide what is worthy.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's just a... It's not like he's some big tough warrior. I mean...
I'll pop into his mind and go, "Hey, Grexis, you still there, buddy?"
Yeah, Jalapeno. Yeah, it's me. I'm a little confused right now.
I'm pretty sure. I was going to say, you know what? It might be a good idea for you to bring your lion in there so they can feed and bathe it while they're at it. You know, they love that kind of stuff.
Bring my lion in?
Yeah, fly it down and have the priest bathe it and feed it, especially that old asshole that's back there.
Oh, okay. All right, so I turn around, I whistle, you know, do my little Gandalf thing.
Shadowfax flies down.
All of a sudden, the lion comes in.
Like everyone's like, "Oh, it is a sign from Heliod. You truly are blessed."
So, what are you confused about, buddy?
I don't know. I think they want me to kill this guy just because, you know, he was hungry and, you know, they don't even care. Like if he had a family and he needed to feed them. I mean, I don't know. It sounds a little weird to me.
Grexis, now I'm confused. Who's telling you to kill? I just left this place and now you're going to kill somebody. What's going on, man?
I don't know. This
You're supposed
priest,
to learn about Heliod. Now you're telling me someone's telling you to kill somebody. What did you get into?
this priest wants me to punish this guy. I don't know. I'm confused.
There's a criminal there.
Well, yeah, they said that he stole some food, and I just asked him. I said, you know, well, hey, you know, maybe he was hungry, maybe he's got some kids, and they're like, I don't care. He's got to be punished.
Yes,
and I'm supposed to do it.
Well, yeah, but the punishment doesn't mean death, Grexis. I mean, punishment is punishment. Like, Grexis, you are the Archon of Sun's glory, which means it is truth, justice, in a Milesian way.
Okay. I thought I had to kill him.
No. I mean, like, for example,
I kill everything else. So
yeah, because we're always fighting things that are trying to kill us, Grexis. But if, for example, if Ixus, you know how he used to always take your favorite snacks?
yeah,
Did you feel like you wanted to kill him when he took your snacks?
sometimes.
Yes, but did you?
Well, no, because he's part of our group. Yeah.
Right. And so, like, you scared him, or you can do something like, I don't know, dip his hands in melted iron or something if he's been stealing. Like, you got to understand, there's got to be some punishment. Maybe
At this point, the priest shouts out to the guards, "Guards, this is a sign from Heliod. He is the one to the arbiter of his justice, and he will decide what punishment is right for this criminal."
I mean, you could even do something like have lashings in the square, you know, 10 lashings for every bit of food he stole. I don't know. Be creative, man. Maybe
All right. I'll figure
you
it
can
out.
do. I have this idea, Grixis.
What?
You said what do they have there of like Heliod? Like there's like this mirror or something, right? Like that the sun shines through or something like that.
No, there's a temple. There's the temple that kind of glows like a beacon. There's also a large statue of Heliod above it.
I'll tell Grexus to have the man, be kneeling at this cliffside for like 2 days, in front of the sun. And if he lives, it's because it is by the grace of Heliod and his acceptance that he does have a pure heart. And if he dies because of exhaustion and exposure, then the gods have taken him. What do you think?
Yeah, okay, maybe. I'll figure it out. All right.
Just
I
remember,
just
it
I just
doesn't
thought they wanted me to kill
always.
him or something. I thought I was like in a cult or something here for a second.
Oh,
I was getting a little
no.
scared.
No, it doesn't always have to be death. You know, I know it's easy. Death this, death that. Oh, I don't like death, death, death. What I'm saying is, maybe it's time to start thinking of something called other than death.
Okay.
Why don't you make him clean the temple every day for a year as penance? And every day that he works, the temple gives him 1 drachma for his family. The one day that he misses, does not come to work, he forfeits his life.
That sounds good. All right. I'm going to talk to him. Thanks, Jalapeno. You're all right, man.
Yeah. And make sure your cat shits on that old man.
Yeah, okay. I'll try that. I'll do a little flyby shitting. So I kind of whisper into the lion's ear, and he gets up and flies, and he flies over the old man and lets one rip.
Except in that case, that's a big poop. That's like a.
Okay. All right. So, hey, bring this man to me. I tell the soldiers.
They kind of bring him up. He's in chains and stuff, and they drag him up to your feet. He's like on his knees. He's like, please, let me go.
Tell me, and do not lie, for I am the arcane thingamajigga of Heliod.
How is it that I remember this?
and Heliod will know through me, or I'll know through Heliod if you're lying. So tell me, why did you steal this food?
Because they deserved it.
Who deserved it?
The farmers.
Why? What'd they do to you?
Because my God told me to.
Your god? Who's your god?
Erebos.
Death. It's death. It's death. It was wrong. It's death.
And that's the reason? You didn't steal for your kids or anything like that, or?
They need to learn what punishment is, so they know they are more thankful for life.
You know what? I don't like you. I'm gonna give you a choice. All right? Because you're really starting to tick me off with your attitude. All right? You can make up your penance, all right, and become a follower of Heliod, and you will clean this temple every day for a year.
As soon as he says that, he spits on the ground.
I give him a Will Smith slap just right across the face.
Keep my God's name out your out your mouth.
I said you can do that. Or choice number 2 is I'll let you fight me in battle. And if you can defeat me, then I'll let you go free. What do you want?
Sure, I'll fight you.
All right. All right, so I tell everyone, clear back, get out of the way.
All right. He lets go of, they undo the chains on him and he stands up. He kind of puts his arms out. He's like, give me your best shot.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I give him another Will Smith slap.
What's your strength score?
Use the spear. That's your best shot.
Oh, I hear this little voice in my head. Falapendio saying to use the spear. My strength score is, let me see, hold on. Let me open it up again.
Like +7?
It is a 25. Yeah.
Was +7?
Yeah, +7.
Okay, so you do 8 points of damage.
Well, is it with the claws or without the claws?
Nah, I just slapped him because I didn't think he was much of anything, so I just gave him a
So
slap.
You gonna peel his face off or leave the face on?
He says, "Is that all you got?" And he still has his hands out.
Really? Okay. So he's not like trying to defend himself or anything, or?
He just has his hands out.
All right. Can I smack him with the weapon without killing him, or?
Tell him, man, he already made his choice. His choice was serve Heliod or fight me to the death.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna attack him with my spear then.
All right, go for it. Make an attack roll with your spear.
33.
33 to hit, and how much damage is that?
Altogether 24.
24. All right, Grexis. How do you want to do this?
So I killed him. Oh, gee. Yeah, I just stab him right through the heart.
All right. As you plunge your spear into his chest, the spear glows with this bright, radiant energy, and you see him taking it. And you see like blood spitting out of his mouth, and it's just completely impaled him, you know, all the way through his chest. And he's just like holding on to it. And you see he like is trembling, and he falls to his knees, looking up at you. And he's like, and smiling a little bit. And he kind of looks at the crowd. He says, "See now, as this Archon of Heliod killed an unarmed man. What kind of bravery is this?" And he says, "Now, I shall see my own god." And he falls.
Next time, take off the head, dude. I mean, honestly, just next time, take off the head.
He goes limp on your spear.
All right, I pull out the spear.
Sting!
I do a 360 spin, and I cut his head off.
Okay. Fink! In the head.
Hey, man, honestly, dude, don't let it bother you. The guy didn't want to grab a sword. That was his choice.
Yeah.
You can see there's like whispers going on. And with that, as Grexis, you stand there with the body of this prisoner lay before your feet, the head kind of rolled out towards the crowd of people as the sun sets on the cliffside. That is where we're going to end our session today.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ooh, Grexus. Dude, look, anytime he's martyring himself, dude, trust me, they do it all the time. I'll have this spun like in 15 minutes.
All right. So with that, let me go ahead and change. With that, thank you guys for joining us here. I know this was kind of a short episode, but we did only have 2 players. We made the best of it, but thank you guys for helping us out. If you guys want to help us out anymore, we do have a donate button down below on our Twitch, and you can subscribe, and you get access to all of our content for much longer, and you get access to a bunch of cool emotes and all that kind of stuff. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to get access to all of our upcoming content. We do have some big plans for the future. So, until then, we're going to see you guys next week. Goodbye, everybody.